Welcome to Bodybuilding Nation. Today we have some major developments in the world of professional bodybuilding to discuss, including some breaking news that's shaking up the competitive landscape. Andrew Jacked enters FIBO, game changer. The biggest news today is that Andrew Jacked has officially entered the FIBO Pro competition. This unexpected announcement is undoubtedly devastating for competitors like Sergio Oliva Jr. and Samson Dauda, as Andrew's presence dramatically changes the competitive outlook. Based on what we've seen from Andrew, he's likely to dominate this show completely. We expect a scenario similar to last year's Texas Pro, where Andrew easily outclassed the competition. While the competitors at FIBO may have more name recognition than those at the Texas Pro, Andrew's physique puts him in a different league altogether. This strategic move makes perfect sense for Andrew's Olympia qualification plans. He needed to secure a win to qualify for the Mr. Olympia, and his options were limited. The Pittsburgh Pro would have been extremely challenging with Derek Lunsford, who defeated him at the Arnold Classic, plus Martin Fitzwater, who outplaced him at last year's Olympia, and Nick Walker, who previously defeated Martin at the New York Pro. The FIBO competition offers Andrew a much clearer path to victory and Olympia qualification. What's particularly interesting is that Andrew didn't announce his FIBO plans publicly. No social media posts, no interviews mentioning it. The bodybuilding community was completely in the dark. Just weeks ago, Andrew was posting about going back to the drawing board, suggesting he was taking time off to improve before his next competition. This messaging now appears to have been deliberately misleading. While the surprise element adds excitement for fans, there's something uncomfortable about the deception. One theory is that Andrew kept his plans quiet to prevent other competitors from withdrawing. If top bodybuilders knew Andrew was competing, many might have skipped FIBO entirely, recognizing the slim chances of victory against him. We're seeing limited glimpses of Andrew's current condition from recent training videos. While not showing his complete physique, what we can see suggests he's maintained good condition since the Arnold Classic. His skin appears relatively thin, and he's clearly still in competition shape rather than off-season mode. Given how recently he competed at the Arnold, it's likely he's been able to maintain much of that conditioning. The good news for Andrew is that he probably doesn't need to match his Arnold Classic condition to win FIBO. His Arnold package was possibly his best ever stage appearance, but even at 90% of that form, he should easily outclass the FIBO lineup. As long as he shows up reasonably conditioned, this should be a straightforward victory and Olympia qualification for him. Interestingly, James Hollingshead has withdrawn from the FIBO competition. While he'll still be present at the expo with his sponsor, he's no longer on the competitor list. This timing raises questions. Did James learn about Andrew's entry and decide competing wasn't worth the preparation and peak? While we don't have confirmation, it would be a logical decision. James likely realized that with Andrew in the lineup, his best realistic outcome might be third or fourth place. Considering the physical toll and expense of contest preparation, that may not have justified the effort. Based on previous comparisons, James would likely struggle against both Sergio Oliva Jr. and Samson Dauda as well. Sergio Oliva Jr.'s FIBO preparation. Meanwhile, Sergio Oliva Jr. continues to share frequent updates from his preparation. His most recent physique check shows significant mass improvements since his 2017 New York Pro victory, though not drastically different from his condition last year. What's notable about Sergio's current package is his arm development. They look massive. He mentioned dealing with an upper body injury that limited his training, yet claimed his legs are bigger than ever. From what we can observe, his physique appears upper body dominant. His legs don't show the fullness or separation we've seen from him previously, appearing somewhat flat with limited definition. Overall, Sergio's conditioning doesn't appear to be where it needs to be at this stage of preparation. While he might make significant improvements during peak week, there are concerns about whether he'll bring his best package to the stage. His size advantage might help him against other competitors, but it won't be sufficient against Andrew Jacked. Based on current form, Sergio will likely struggle not only against Andrew, but potentially against Samson Dauda as well. If his conditioning doesn't improve substantially, his placement prospects at FIBO don't look particularly promising. Michael Krizo's posing improvements. A quick note on Michael Krizo, we're seeing noticeable improvements in his posing execution. His side tricep pose, which previously was a weak point, now shows much better execution. He's correctly rolling his shoulder back to showcase shoulder width and separation, while simultaneously highlighting his chest width. His leg positioning has also improved, with better hamstring activation and glute engagement. This is significant because posing has been one of Krizo's major weaknesses. Despite his massive size and impressive width, his posing execution has often undermined his overall package. If Michael Krizo's posing improvements. A quick note on Michael Krizo: we're seeing noticeable improvements in his posing execution. His side tricep pose, which previously was a weak point, now shows much better execution. He's correctly rolling his shoulder back to showcase shoulder width and separation, while simultaneously highlighting his chest width. His leg positioning has also improved, with better hamstring activation and glute engagement. This is significant because posing has been one of Krizo's major weaknesses. Despite his massive size and impressive width, his posing execution has often undermined his overall package. If these improvements extend to other poses and, perhaps more importantly, to his transitions between poses, it could significantly impact his competitive outcomes. Smooth transitions are critical at the professional level, as judges are evaluating competitors not just in static poses but during the entire presentation. Many athletes lose ground during transitions, and Krizo has struggled with this aspect in particular. If he's working with a dedicated posing coach, as some have suggested, it could elevate his entire presentation substantially. Terrence Ruffin. Looking exceptional. Finally, Terrence Ruffin is displaying remarkable improvements at 4.5 weeks out from the Pittsburgh Pro. His physique is rapidly sharpening while maintaining impressive fullness. Each update shows significant conditioning improvements without sacrificing muscle volume, which is the ideal scenario during contest preparation. Terrence appears to be working with a new coach, Hani Rambod, who is clearly bringing out the best in his physique. His abdominal development shows noticeable improvement, a rare achievement, as abs are notoriously difficult to enhance, even more challenging than calves for most bodybuilders. As his conditioning improves, his chest appears increasingly impressive, with his shoulders displaying enhanced definition and his arms showing greater detail. His waist remains tiny, and the definition throughout his legs and upper body continues to improve weekly. At this rate, Terrence appears nearly stage-ready with over 4 weeks remaining until competition. This trajectory suggests Terrence will be in phenomenal condition for the Pittsburgh Pro, potentially making him a clear favorite for victory. With this level of improvement, he could be positioning himself for a serious challenge at the Olympia later this year. That's all for today's updates. What are your thoughts on these developments in professional bodybuilding? Leave your comments below, and if you enjoyed this content, please support Bodybuilding Nation by liking and subscribing for more comprehensive bodybuilding coverage. Thank you for watching.